First tonight in Our News Live at 7, Finding the Land. Government announcing 25 acres of farmland will be secured to grow marijuana plants legally. And the VAT holiday is underway. Local uniform and school supply stores say they're seeing crowds come in droves to secure tax-free uniforms. And later, two-peat. Grand Bahamian champion swimmers return home from the 2024 Goodwill Games. Our News was there for their arrival. And then in Our News at 7:30, we sit down for an exclusive interview with the man set to lead the Church of God, Bahamas. Our News Live at 7 starts right now. Welcome to Our News Live at 7, and thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Marlena Leonard, in for Candino Knowles. Well, 25 acres of farmland is being secured to grow marijuana plants legally. The update coming from Agriculture Minister Jomo Campbell after months of consultation and the recent parliamentary approval of medical marijuana legislation. Our Joshua Williams has more details in this report.
Agriculture Minister Jomo Campbell says they've not forgotten the promise of securing land for those farmers selected to grow the marijuana plant. The package of medical marijuana legislation was passed in both the Senate and House of Assembly late last month, paving the way for a controlled system for cannabis use for medical and religious purposes, overseeing all aspects of the industry from cultivation to distribution. The legislation will remove cannabis from the list of dangerous drugs and allow for the expungement of records for individuals convicted of the possession of 30 grams or less of Indian hemp. Campbell continues to call it a window of opportunity, adding they're now one step closer to making it a reality.
As it stands right now, our land unit is currently undergoing a land audit where we are we are looking to secure approximately 25 acres of land for persons who are going to qualify for the medical marijuana industry.
The legislation also allows for the formation of the Cannabis Authority, their responsibility to issue licenses for handling cannabis and developing enforcement procedures.
That's currently underway. Talks are being had even as we speak. I met yesterday with the Minister of Health along with the Attorney General, the Honorable Ryan Pinder, and we will be meeting again in the very near future to secure and to tie off those efforts as it relates to the authority.
I also asked the Agriculture Minister about concerns raised by the Rastafarian community and the possibility of a lawsuit. Campbell says that's an issue for the Attorney General's office to address.
And with all the continuous talk on medicinal cannabis, the question still remains, when will the industry officially kick off?
We still want to make sure that we address some of the concerns. I'm sure you all remember all of the remarks that was in the press and the dailies after the bill was debated in Parliament and through the Senate. And so as we have the opportunity to iron out some of those wrinkles, we want to take full advantage of it.
Reporting for Our News, I'm Joshua Williams.
A jury has acquitted a 37-year-old woman accused of having an illicit sexual relationship with a teenage boy. The court heard that Raquel Williamson, then 36, had sex with a 13-year-old boy at a hotel in New Providence on May 26, 2023. They had traveled from Andros to New Providence to attend a progressive Young Liberals conclave. The court heard that the pair shared a room where they showered together and had sex. The boy's mother learned about the alleged affair after she allegedly discovered risque messages between her son and Williamson while using his phone. Williamson denied the allegations of unlawful sexual intercourse and indecent assault at her trial before Senior Justice Cheryl Grant Thompson. Rysard Humes represented Williamson. And a murder accused will remain behind bars after a judge rejected his second bail application. Prosecutors say Barden Major, also known as Brandon Major, is responsible for the fatal stabbing of Sanchez Gittens. The incident happened at a bar on East Street and Soldier Road on January 27th. Major first applied for bail in February and was denied. According to him, prosecutors have missed several dates to present voluntary bill of indictment papers. Major also claimed that prison food is making him sick. Justice Guillermina Archer-Mins refused Major, citing a rise in retaliatory killings. She also said that Major was a potential flight risk. Well, the back-to-school season is upon us, and the annual back-to-school VAT holiday kicked off this past Sunday. And many local uniform and school supply stores have seen crowds coming in droves over the past few days. I spoke with Managing Director at Janae's Uniform Center, Martha Wallace, who tells me parents wasted no time.
We were open on Sunday, amazingly, and that's when the VAT period started on the 18th. And it was awesome. I mean, and here was crowded on a Sunday. I say hats off to the people who have heard about the VAT-free, and those who haven't, get on board.
Even this afternoon, parents lined up outside of their shop doors waiting for their chance to get inside. And Wallace tells us the stock nearly wasn't there.
We were waiting for our container for the longest, and talking with our agent, we say, what is going on? So after finding out what was going on, they said they weren't moving any local containers unless you paid the diamond tier price. So we had to pay the diamond tier price. But good thing, Mr. Wallace did not pass that on to the customers.
She has these tips for shoppers.
We say bring the children with you, make sure that the garments fit comfortably, because we have our store policy that we will follow. We have a line outside, and outside we would ask pickups, ties, socks, embroidery. So if you're coming for those items, you can get right in. But if you're coming to purchase, we have to wait until a sales associate is available.
Just around the corner at Carey's Fabric and Uniform Store, manager Kim Gibson tells us
things have been quite busy, and we've noticed since the VAT holiday started that things were even more busy. But we are still fully stocked, especially with school shirts and school blouses. And a lot of people are really happy to find that we have the school shirts already with their school logos embroidered on. So those are big sellers, and people are coming in.
And she says they've noticed some trends in their store.
We carry the Adidas backpacks, the Puma, we have Jan Sport, and other good quality backpacks. And then for the little kids, they like the character backpacks. And so we have those character backpacks here too the kids are really excited about. At Carey's, we also carry like socks and underwear, school supplies, hair accessories, so you can get your kids completely outfitted at Carey's.
Well, it's time now for your first look at temperatures. Meteorologist Greg Thompson is standing by in the Weather Center. Greg?
Yeah, thanks, Marlene, and a happy Wednesday evening. We had some thunderstorms earlier today. That system, or that stationary surface trough across the northwest Bahamas, still in place, and that's going to continue to keep us with some showers. 85 degrees is our current temperature with quite a bit of clouds out there, partly cloudy skies. East-south-east winds at 8 miles per hour. Your field-strike temperature is still in the 90s. 96 is what it feels like on the outside. Temperatures right now across the northwest Bahamas: 86 in Freeport, Great Harbour Key, Nicholstown, Andros, Alistown, Bimini, 87, Marshall, Barbacoa, and in Governor's Harbour, here in the capital as well, 85s. Into the central Bahamas, 85 again in Kemps Bay. More 86s being picked up in Georgetown, Arthurstown, Cat Island, Cooperstown, San Salvador, and in Deadman's Key. And into the southeast Bahamas, 86 Duncan Town, Ragged Island, Colonel Hill, Crooked Island, 84 in Delectable Bay and in Abrahams Bay, Matthew Town, Inagua, 86, and our very good neighbors to the southeast, Turks and Caicos Islands. We got a temperature of 87 degrees at this hour. Satellite and radar composite, that stationary boundary hanging out just to the north of us across the extreme northwest Bahamas. Most of the activity still to the north of the islands, but we are still in the soup, so we got some showers and thunderstorms. Grand Bahama and the Big Yard, Andros, you guys are really the lightning capital of the Bahamas. Here in the capital, we also saw a couple of showers. This boundary is not going to be moving out very soon, but we do expect it to move out by the end of the week, so we're looking for some more showers tonight to tomorrow. That's your first look at weather. Stick with us. A look at your extended forecast is still to come.
Still to come on Our News, several Grand Bahamian champion swimmers arrived back from the 2024 Goodwill Games yesterday. Our News was there for their arrival. Stay with us.
Are you ready for the stormy season? Don't wait until the storm clouds gather. Contact the experts at Alive Business today and let us help you prepare for this hurricane season. For a limited time only, you can get 50% off our Bahamas Cloud, the ultimate solution to secure your data and communications, ensuring they're accessible even in the worst of weather conditions. Don't let the storm catch you off guard this season. Stay ahead of the game with Bahamas Cloud from Alive Business.
Grand Bahama is home to a unique economic arrangement, with that arrangement between government and the Grand Bahama Port Authority under scrutiny as tensions persist.
It's not our direct responsibility to carry out these other things that people think we should be doing.
We need this to be dealt with quicker than quicker and sooner than sooner.
I have a vision for Grand Bahama, and my vision's actually bigger than my grandfather's ever was.
Watch City in Focus, the story of Freeport with Italia Hall, starting August 7th, only on RTV.
When hurricanes and emergencies strike, timely information can save lives. That's why Alive Business brings you bulk SMS messaging, your essential tool for staying informed and safe. Imagine having critical updates and safety tips delivered right to your phone, anytime and anywhere. With bulk SMS messaging, you can send real-time alerts and updates and timely notifications. When every second counts, count on Alive Business bulk SMS messaging. For more information, contact the experts. Bulk up your business and communication with parents, students, and staff in seconds with Alive Business bulk SMS messaging. This is the perfect tool to keep you connected and easily send important updates, event reminders, and emergency alerts. Keep your campus informed and connected with bulk SMS messaging from Alive Business. The right choice for fast, reliable communication. For more information, contact the experts.
My name is Trevi Williams. I've been a Live Fiber customer since.
Welcome to Our Sports at 7, presented by 10th Year Seniors. I'm Ronaldo Dorset. That's John Marknut. Let's do show. Jonquel Jones is on her A game last night, and when she is, the New York Liberty looked virtually unbeatable. Jones finished with 23 points and 12 boards in the Liberty's 94-74 win over the Dallas Wings.
It's always fun when you're winning, obviously, but it's even better when you're surrounded by really great people. And I think that's the power that we have, being on this team and being able to come in every day and work with the people that we work with. So we're having a lot of fun, and we wanna get the job done and bring a championship back to the city too.
24 years after achieving Olympic success, Tim Munnings is still winning medals on the track. Munnings won bronze in the 200 meter at the World Masters Athletic Championships in Gothenburg, Sweden.
Eric Gordon and the Philadelphia 76ers are headed to the Bahamas. The 76ers will host their upcoming training camp at the Atlantis Resort ahead of a highly anticipated 2024-25 season. Gordon is one of several new additions to the 76ers roster as they look to contend in the Eastern Conference.
Anytime VJ Edgecombe shows up to an event, you're getting highlights and he's getting recognition. Edgecombe was named the MVP of Damian Lillard's Formula Elite Zero camp. Next up, Edgecombe takes his talents to Waco, Texas, and gets ready for the Baylor Bears 2024-2025 season.
Christian Robinson is back to displaying that power at the plate that he's been known for. Robinson homered last night in the Amarillo Sod Poodles win over the Corpus Christi Hooks. It was his 4th homer this month and 7th of the season. That'll do it for Our Sports at 7. This is 10YS. Stay tuned to Our News at 7:30 for details on these stories and more.
When Our News comes back from the break, we turn our spotlight to stories making headlines across the world. As former U.S. President Barack Obama and his wife, Michelle, delivered a 1-2 punch at Day 2 of the Democratic National Convention. And Grenadian athletes received special packages for their stellar performances at the 2024 Paris Olympic Games. We have the details when Our News returns.
My name is Trevi Williams. I've been a Live Fiber customer since March 2024. The installation process was seamless, effortless, and extremely fast. The gentlemen that came to the installation were very helpful, reliable, very knowledgeable, and the time allocated to do the installation was shorter than the time specified. Yeah, the previous provider I had, I noticed that the internet speed actually had intermittent services, so I was very grateful that the live fiber was available in my area. Once I was able to make the switch, my service and everything I needed was satisfied. My favorite feature would actually be being able to add any apps from the Play Store. It's just basically making any dumb TV a smart TV. I do a lot of back-end support, engineering support, helping clients working remotely when I'm from home. The internet is a very important aspect of my job and my life. My name is Trey Williams, and the future is home with a live fiber.
Hey y'all, are you ready to be inspired? I am thrilled to announce that Inspire Her 2024 is coming, and it's going to be bigger and better than ever. Join us at the luxurious Atlantis Hotel Paradise Island on October 10th for an evening filled with inspiration, empowerment, and connection. The evening session promises to offer exclusive networking opportunities and transformative discussion. We invite everyone to attend and to be part of this incredible gathering. Hear from leading women activists, entrepreneurs, CEOs, thought leaders, and more as they share their stories, insights, and wisdom. Tickets are now available for purchase through the Alive Events app. Corporate packages and vendor opportunities are also available, providing a unique platform for businesses to showcase their support and connect with a diverse audience. Grab your girlfriends, mark your calendars for October 10th, and join us at the Inspire Her 2024 Women's Conference. See you there.
This video needs to show us on a different scale. It has to be
Extra.
What are you? Hey, Quay.
Hey, what you saying?
Where you is?
I read you on the bus stop with my friend.
Okay, so we want to shoot this video, and it's gonna be extra.
All right, Jim. I can just come to you. All right. I need your 25 cents no more.
This is Our News. Welcome back. We turn our attention now to stories making headlines across the world. Former U.S. President Barack Obama and his wife Michelle Obama delivered a 1-2 punch at the Democratic National Convention on Tuesday night, urging Americans to back Kamala Harris in her 11th-hour presidential bid against Republican Donald Trump. Gabe Singer reports.
Former U.S. President Barack Obama and his wife Michelle delivered a 1-2 punch at the Democratic National Convention on Tuesday night. America's first black president has thrown his considerable political clout behind Kamala Harris.
America's ready for a new chapter. America's ready for a better story. We are ready for a President Kamala Harris.
Obama also took aim at his successor in the White House, Republican presidential candidate Donald Trump.
Here's a 78-year-old billionaire who has not stopped whining about his problems since he rode down his golden escalator 9 years ago. We do not need 4 more years of bluster and bumbling and chaos. We have seen that movie before, and we all know that the sequel is usually worse.
Barack was introduced on stage by his wife Michelle, who topped Democrats' wish list as a future president in a Reuters Ipsos poll earlier this summer. She pulled no punches either when speaking of Trump, who launched his political career through racist attacks on her husband's citizenship status and has used similar attacks on Harris.
Doubling down on ugly, misogynistic, racist lies as a substitute for real ideas and solutions that will actually make people's lives better.
She also hit back at a remark Trump used on the campaign trail, saying migrants crossing into the U.S. were taking away, quote, black jobs.
Who's going to tell him that the job he's currently seeking might just be one of those black jobs?
The night was also punctuated by speeches from Republicans who have left the fold since Trump's takeover of their party, including Trump's former White House press secretary Stephanie Grisham and Republican Mayor John Giles of Mesa, Arizona. Harris and her vice presidential pick, Minnesota Governor Tim Walz, joined the convention hall virtually from a campaign rally in Milwaukee, held in the same venue as last month's Republican National Convention.
And the U.S. has imposed sanctions on Haiti's former president, Michel Joseph Martelly, after drug trafficking allegations, accusing him of playing a significant role in perpetuating the ongoing crisis in the country. Martelly served as president from 2011 to 2016, taking office after the devastating 2010 earthquake. The U.S. State Department said he also worked with Haitian drug traffickers, sponsored multiple gangs, and engaged in laundering of illicit drug proceeds. As part of Tuesday's action, U.S. financial institutions are barred from making loans or providing credit to Martelly, among other restrictions. Martelly is a legal U.S. resident who currently resides in Miami. And Grenadian Olympic champions Kirani James, Anderson Peters, and Lyndon Victor have been showered with special packages for their stellar performances at the 2024 Paris Olympic Games. During a prize-giving function for the Olympic athletes, Acting Sports Minister Delma Thomas announced the prize money ranged from $150,000 to $50,000. She said although 3-time Olympic medalist in the 400 meters Kirani James did not medal at the 2024 Paris Olympic Games, he will also receive $100,000. Still to come in our news, today in history. Find out interesting facts about the day that was August 21st. And then in our news at 7:30, one family gives an update as a devastating fire over the weekend left the Junkanoo group reeling. Plus, an expert calling a banking reform plan proposed by opposition leader Michael Pintard a step in the right direction. But he adds much more needs to be done. That's coming up when Our News returns.
Are you ready for the stormy season? Don't wait until the storm clouds gather. Contact the experts at Alive Business today and let us help you prepare for this hurricane season. For a limited time only, you can get 50% off our Bahamas cloud, the ultimate solution to secure your data and communications, ensuring they're accessible even in the worst of weather conditions. Don't let the storm catch you off guard this season. Stay ahead of the game with Bahamas Cloud from Alive Business.
Grand Bahama is home to a unique economic arrangement, with that arrangement between government and the Grand Bahama Port Authority under scrutiny as tensions persist.
It's not our direct responsibility to carry out these other things that people think we should be doing.
We need this to be dealt with quicker than quicker and sooner than sooner.
I have a vision for Grand Bahama, and my vision's actually bigger than my grandfather's ever was.
Watch City in Focus, the story of Freeport with Italia Hall, starting August 7th only on RTV.
When hurricanes and emergencies strike, timely information can save lives. That's why Alive Business brings you bulk SMS messaging, your essential tool for staying informed and safe. Imagine having critical updates and safety tips delivered right to your phone, anytime and anywhere. With bulk SMS messaging, you can send real-time alerts and updates and timely notifications. When every second counts, count on Alive Business bulk SMS messaging. For more information, contact the experts. Bulk up your business and communication with parents, students, and staff in seconds with Alive Business bulk SMS messaging. This is the perfect tool to keep you connected and easily send important updates, event reminders, and emergency alerts. Keep your campus informed and connected with bulk SMS messaging from Alive Business. The right choice for fast, reliable communication. For more information, contact the experts.
On this day in Bahamian history in 1734, James Scott became Speaker of the House of Assembly. He was the second person to serve in the office. Then, over 200 years later, in 1943, Perry Gladstone Christie was born in Nassau. Christie became the third Prime Minister in an independent Bahamas on May 3, 2002. In 2007, Christie's Progressive Liberal Party was defeated by the Free National Movement, and Christie became leader of the official opposition. He went on to become Prime Minister once again in May 2012. On May 10, 2017, the PLP was defeated, and Christie lost his seat in Centerville after representing the constituency for 40 consecutive years. 5 days later, on May 15, Christie stepped down as leader of the PLP. He is an avid junkaneur and is a member of the Valley Boys. Then, 49 years after Christie's birth, in 1992, Hubert Alexander Ingram was sworn in as Prime Minister, becoming the second head of government of an independent Bahamas. It would be his first of 3 terms. He served from 1992 to 2002, then again from 2007 to 2012. As leader of the Free National Movement, he led the party to an election victory on August 19, 1992, and was chosen to become Prime Minister. Fast forward to 2019. The union representing junior doctors threatened to shut down Princess Margaret Hospital as 400 members on New Providence and Grand Bahama went on strike. The industrial action came 8 months after doctors voted to strike over an unresolved issue with holiday pay, among other things.
This should never be the case. Physicians should never have to go to this extent because everyone knows that we are critical. We understand that our presence is critical. It's our last resort.
So you see this big building here? We all will shut PMH down. And they got concerns all around here. Our workers here are going through a very stressful time.
And finally in 2022 was the inaugural Dragon Boat Race Championships.
We really hope we can do more to help facilitate the development of this oldest and most popular cultural tradition in China, having a history of more than 2,000 years.
The 2024 Goodwill Game Champions are back in the country. Several Grand Bahamian members arrived back home yesterday, and the Our News team was there for the grand arrival. Sasha Lightborn reports.
Kyrie Smith, Logan Camacho, Nateo Knowles, Dion Morris, Kimani Cooper, and Samaya Roll all returned to Grand Bahama Tuesday after helping Team Bahamas pull off the two-peat at the 2024 Goodwill Games in St. Lucia. Collectively, the 6 swimmers brought home 27 medals out of Team Bahamas' total of 141.
I placed third in most of my races. I got 2 gold medals in the relays. And many people don't get to do this, so I'm happy that I got to do this. I think I did pretty well. I wasn't supposed to medal in 200 IM, so getting the silver medal, I was very happy with myself. It was pretty tough, it was challenging. Because, I had to go from races back to back, being tired, sore, so I was happy I could have faced the challenge.
And Dion, Kimani, and Samaya also spoke about their experience in St. Lucia.
I was able to get a medal, so I'm thankful for that. I placed second, third, second, and second. The experience was good, getting to know all these people from different countries and all.
Overall, Team Bahamas placed first with 1,485.5 points. Trinidad and Tobago came second with 902.5 points, and Barbados was third with 894 points. Reporting for Our News, I'm Sasha Lightborn.
Thanks, Sasha, and congratulations to all of the athletes making us all so proud. If you want to watch that story again and for all of today's top stories, you can visit ournews.bs. Well, that does it for Our News at 7. Joining us now is our Italia Hall with the latest headlines. Italia?
Thanks so much, Marlena. Well, coming up, a step in the right direction. A local economist weighs in on a banking reform plan proposed by the opposition plus BAMSI to offer free tuition to Bahamians for the fall semester. Here are your latest headlines. First tonight on Our News Live at 7:30, the banking reform plan proposed by the Free National Movement being called a step in the right direction from a local economist, and a devastating fire at one family's Junkanoo shack. But first, some good news for young people. This as the Bahamas Agricultural Marine Science Institute is offering free tuition for Bahamians. And later, Church of God Bahamas names Bishop Joseph Smith as its new head bishop. The story when Our News Live at 7:30 returns. Are you or a loved one under medical care? Do you need affordable medical supplies? Ports International is the largest home healthcare supplier. Medical supplies at the very best price. And you can even shop online. From hospital beds to wound care, wheelchairs to walkers, Ports is a one-stop shop for your medical supplies, and we accept insurance. We have online shopping and 2 locations to serve you. At the Airport Industrial Park and Shirley Street. We also ship to the Family Islands. Shop online and visit us on Facebook. Call Ports at 377-1771.
Well, what you doing here?
I dig in the well to connect to the house they're building for me and Mavis.
Why you just don't call water and sewage?
Call them for what?
To get your city water. You don't have to worry about your water cutting off when the power cut off. And your water's clean and safe, free from coliform bacteria.
Cauliflower what?
Call us at 302-5500 to make the switch from well water to city water for a more fresh, reliable water supply for you and your family.
I love my EV. I am Generation E.
I am Generation E.
I am Generation E.
And I am Generation E.
As we mark this landmark achievement, I am reminded of the journey that brought us here. A journey characterized by vision, collaboration, perseverance, and not to be forgotten, some sleepless nights. We saw the potential for a sustainable future that could empower our local communities and set a benchmark in the global shift towards renewable energy. The Fairfield site stands as a beacon.
Welcome to Our News. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Italia Hall. Well, topping news, while a banking reform plan proposed by the Free National Movement leader Michael Pintard is being called a step in the right direction from economist Edison Sumner, he says there's still much more to be done. It comes one day after Clarion Banks Association Chairman Gowan Bowe likened the plan to throwing darts in the dark and dismissed it as political fodder. This past Sunday, Pintard says an F&M administration would undertake a series of measures to improve the domestic banking sector. Sumner agrees the local banking sector is facing serious challenges.
The regulatory framework must be strengthened, but in a way that promotes fairness and transparency without stifling competition. The central bank should be given greater authority to monitor and control banking fees, but clear guidelines and thresholds must be established to avoid arbitrary interference. Transparency is also key, with banks required to justify any fee increases and provide detailed reports on their fee structures.
Some measures outlined in the proposal include increasing the regulatory remit of central bank, ensuring fees are transparent, and tasking the central bank with streamlining interbank transaction protocols, among other things.
The Financial Ombudsman Office probably needs more resources to handle consumer complaints effectively, and consumers must be educated about their rights and the available resources mechanisms. But this should be done in a way that encourages resolutions and redress without promoting frivolous complaints or even litigation. To promote competition, though, the licensing process for new entrants, particularly Bahamian investors, must be simplified and transparent.
Well, a judge has awarded $10,000 in damages to a former police reservist who was accused of attempted rape after he wasn't tried in a reasonable amount of time. Anton Lightbourne Sr. was charged with attempted rape in 2004. The following year, Lightbourne was committed to stand trial. However, the matter was never brought to trial. Prosecutors eventually dropped the attempted rape charge in March 2023. Justice Camille Darville Gomez ruled that Lightbourne's right to a fair hearing within a reasonable time by an independent tribunal had been infringed. Well, some good news for young people interested in agriculture. The Bahamas Agriculture Marine Science Institute, also known as BAMSI, officials say they'll now be offering free tuition for Bahamians come this fall. The doors of its main campus in North Andros is set to open this Monday. A benefit for students, as tuition is listed on the school's site as $100 per credit for Bahamian students. BAMSI first opened in 2014, offering teaching and training to provide professional and technical qualifications necessary for agriculture, aquaculture, and other science disciplines. President Dr. Ravinia Roberts-Hanna says they're excited to welcome the over 100 students and counting.
In our 10th year of anniversary, we are celebrating a lots of firsts. So we'll be occupying all of our buildings and spaces. We've also acquired our container farms, as well as aerial and underwater drones. So all of these new activities will be incorporated into our curriculum. So I'm expecting a very exciting academic year.
Now, BAMSI has been a work in progress. Several setbacks, including fires and construction delays, have been associated with the institute over the years.
Those things are being completed, and we are ready to occupy those spaces. As a matter of fact, we are on the making plans for expansion of the campus. The new buildings that we are having plans for will be additional specialty labs, specialty office spaces, and classroom spaces.
Well, BJC Passing Scores, Students Helping Students organization, is expanding on Grand Bahama. This as classes will now be offered to adults come September 9th via the Zoom platform. The youth program focuses on paired tutoring in mathematics, English language, social studies, religious studies, and health science. Founder Jaden Newbold explains the reason for the expansion, while President Naylon Bartlett shares what this will mean for participants.
Adults were asking us, do you guys offer BJC classes for adults? And we said, no, we don't. We only cater to students at this time. So with the frequently asked question being similar, and when we looked at, there were not really much adult classes that can cater to certain adults. You know, you have some adults who work 9 to 5 who may not get home on time or who may have children. So we decided that we would use our same teaching strategy, which is students helping students to now students teaching adults to help cater adults and bring a modern day feel.
As a former student of BJC Passing Score, I sat 9 BJCs in 1 year, and BJC Passing Score helped me to pass all of those with B's or higher.
The national examination results were released by the Ministry of Education recently. Of the 5,935 candidates that sat the Bahamas General Certificate of Secondary Education exam, only 653, or 11% of candidates, received a grade of C or above in 5 or more subjects. Vice President Roshan Major says they are here to change the national average.
I think there needs to be a call of action because concerning our peers, they're the future generation, the future leaders. They are our country. And by giving them a chance in their academics, we give a big chance that we can strive and grow in the future with our country.
All right, sounds great. Well, the 1-hour classes will be held Monday through Thursday at 6 p.m. To sign up, you can visit their Facebook page at BJC Reconnect Program. Well, off and on rain showers in the capital. Meteorologist Greg Thompson is in the Weather Center with your first look at weather. Greg.
Yeah, thanks, Natalia, and welcome back, everybody, for a quick check on conditions around the islands and outside our studios. 85 degrees under partly cloudy skies. The winds are out of the east-southeast at 8 miles per hour. Your feels-like temperature, it's still hovering in the mid-90s. 96 is what it feels like out in the outdoors. Stationary boundaries still across the extreme northern islands. Showers and isolated thunderstorms associated with this boundary still affecting the northwest Bahamas. Grand Bahama got some showers and thunderstorms. Andros, the Big Yard, you guys saw some showers and thunderstorms as well. Here in the capital this afternoon, we got an isolated shower on a thunderstorm. Most of the activity will wane overnight, but we do expect more showers in the forecast tomorrow. So that's a quick check on conditions around the islands and outside our studios. Stick with us. A look at the extended forecast is still to come.
Still to come on our news, the AIDS Healthcare Foundation looking to rebuild relationships here in the Bahamas. Plus, the Church of God Bahamas names Bishop Joseph Smith as its new head bishop. We have a story coming up when our news returns. Stay with us.
As we mark this landmark achievement, I am reminded of the journey that brought us here. A journey characterized by vision, collaboration, perseverance, and not to be forgotten, some sleepless nights. We saw the potential for a sustainable future that could empower our local communities and set a benchmark in the global shift towards renewable energy. The Fairfield site stands as a beacon of potential that highlights what is achievable when we come together for a common cause. The energy produced here will not only power homes and businesses, but it will also power economic growth and provide a cleaner, more sustainable environment for future generations. Here's to a brighter, cleaner, and more sustainable future for all. Thank you.
Are you ready for the stormy season? Don't wait until the storm clouds gather. Contact the experts at Alive Business today and let us help you prepare for this hurricane season. For a limited time only, you can get 50% off our Bahamas Cloud, the ultimate solution to secure your data and communications, ensuring they're accessible even in the worst of weather conditions. Don't let the storm catch you off guard this season. Stay ahead of the game with Bahamas Cloud from Alive Business.
Grand Bahama is home to a unique economic arrangement, with that arrangement between government and the Grand Bahama Port Authority under scrutiny as tensions persist.
It's not our direct responsibility to carry out these other things that people think we should be doing.
We need this to be dealt with quicker than quicker and sooner than sooner.
A A devastating fire over the weekend has left the one-family Junkanoo group reeling after their satellite shack was reduced to ashes. Videos quickly spread across social media of the shack going up in flames on Market Street and Old Boat Alley on Saturday. No one was injured in the incident. In a statement, organizers revealed that while the damage is still being assessed, there was no loss of costumes since the shack was primarily used for storing bass drums. Well, the HIV/AIDS Survivors Benefit Foundation hosting a welcome reception recently for the Deputy Bureau Chief of the AIDS Foundation for Latin America and the Caribbean region, Dr. Kevin Harvey in Grand Bahama at the Pelican Bay Resort. The organization seeks to provide education, awareness, and services to those in need. Dr. Harvey revealed they provided support for a number of years and are looking to rebuild that relationship that existed in the past.
We note that there are a couple of things that we could work together on. One of the first one is the issue of persons who are no longer in care. Right now, HIV medications are at the state that no one should really be getting sick or even dying from HIV-related illnesses because we have the tools to really stop HIV. So we want the message to get out that those persons who are not in care need to get back into care and to get onto their medication.
They also want to help provide support to migrants who may be in need of treatment here in the Bahamas.
Because these because these people, if they're on the ground within the communities, they can lead to spreading of the infection within the national community here. So we want to look at migrants. We also want to look at the education program because we recognize that particularly for young persons, the education on sexually transmitted infections, how to use condoms, and just self-empowerment and protection of our young people is really a gap right now.
It's now time for tonight's Financial Market Minute, brought to you by RF, your local investment bank. This has been your Financial Market Minute. To explore the best performing mutual funds in the Bahamas, visit our website at www.rfgroup.com.
Coming up in sports, a monster double-double from Jonquil Jones leads to another Liberty victory, and Tim Munnings is still winning medals for Team Bahamas. Yeah, that Tim Munnings.
Last Church of God Bahamas names Bishop Joseph Smith as its new head bishop. We have an exclusive interview with the new bishop coming up when our news returns. Stay with us.
Are you ready for the stormy season? Don't wait until the storm clouds gather. Contact the experts at Alive Business today and let us help you prepare for this hurricane season. For a limited time only, you can get 50% off our Bahamas Cloud, the ultimate solution to secure your data and communications, ensuring they're accessible even in the worst of weather conditions. Don't let the storm catch you off guard this season. Stay ahead of the game with Bahamas Cloud from Alive Business.
Grand Bahama is home to a unique economic arrangement, with that arrangement between government and the Grand Bahama Port Authority under scrutiny as tensions persist.
It's not our direct responsibility to carry out these other things that people think we should be doing.
We need this to be dealt with quicker than quicker and sooner than sooner.
I have a vision for Grand Bahama, and my vision's actually bigger than my grandfather's ever was.
Watch City in Focus, the story of Freeport with Italia Hall, starting August 7th only on RTV.
When hurricanes and emergencies strike, timely information can save lives. That's why Alive Business brings you bulk SMS messaging, your essential tool for staying informed and safe. Imagine having critical updates and safety tips delivered right to your phone, anytime and anywhere. With bulk SMS messaging, you can send real-time alerts and updates and timely notifications. When every second counts, count on Alive Business bulk SMS messaging. For more information, contact the experts. Bulk up your business and communication with parents, students, and staff in seconds with a live business bulk SMS messaging. This is the perfect tool to keep you connected and easily send important updates, event reminders, and emergency alerts. Keep your campus informed and connected with bulk SMS messaging from a live business. The right choice for fast, reliable communication. For more information, contact the experts.
My name is Troy Williams. I've been a live fiber customer since March 2024. The installation process was seamless, effortless, and extremely fast. The gentlemen that came to the installation were very helpful, reliable, very knowledgeable, and the time allocated to do the installation was shorter than the time specified. Yeah, the previous provider I had, I noticed that the internet speed actually had intermittent services, so I was very grateful that the live fiber was available in my area. Once I was able to make the switch, my service and everything I needed was satisfied. My favorite feature would actually be being able to add any apps from the Play Store. It's just basically making any dumb TV a smart TV. I do a lot of back-end support, engineering support, helping clients working remotely when I'm from home. The internet is a very important aspect of my job and my life. My name is Trey Williams, and the future is home with a live fiber.
Hey y'all, are you ready to be inspired? I am thrilled to announce that Inspire Her 2024 is coming, and it's going to be bigger and better than ever. Join us at the luxurious Atlantis Hotel Paradise Island on October 10th for an evening filled with inspiration, empowerment, and connection. The evening session promises to offer exclusive networking opportunities and transformative discussion. We invite everyone to attend and to be part of this incredible gathering. Hear from leading women.
Welcome to Our Sports, presented by 10th year seniors. I'm Ronaldo Dorset. That's John Mark Nutt. Let's do show. A huge double-double from Goodwill Jones powered the New York Liberty to their league-leading 7th consecutive win. Jones finished with 23 points and 12 boards in the Liberty's 94-74 win over the Dallas Wings. Stepping up in the absence of all-star guard Sabrina Ionescu, Jones shot 8 for 14 from the field. The duo of Jones and Brianna Stewart recorded a double-double in the same game for the 8th time since joining the Liberty, the most by any duo in franchise history. Led by the MVPs, the Liberty dominated the paint on both ends of the floor. New York set a season high in rebounds for the 2nd consecutive game with 47 boards, and their 44 points in the paint was their 2nd highest scoring output in the paint so far this season. At 24-4, the Liberty are off to the team's best start through 28 games in franchise history.
It's just a difference, obviously. I feel like I asked that question earlier before the game, so it's just that we understand each other's tendencies defensively, and just really play well off of each other, covering each other, and just understanding that we are anchored, in the paint and on this team, and take pride in it.
Years after his professional athletics career is done, Tim Munnings is still winning medals for the Bahamas. Munnings won bronze in the men's 55 to 59 200 meter at the World Masters Athletics in Gothenburg, Sweden. His time of 23.83 seconds was a new season's best. From the heats to the finals, Munnings improved his time in each round and entered the final with the 4th fastest qualifying time. Darren Scott of Great Britain took gold in 23.63 seconds, followed by Pablo Herrero Otero of Spain with silver in 23.77 seconds. Up next for Munnings will be his specialty in the 400 meters.
Pay no attention to the basketball aggregator sites sharing old videos this week. Cooper Flag and everyone else knows that VJ Edgecombe is indeed like that. Edgecombe was named one of 2 MVPs at Damian Lillard's Formula Zero Elite Camp. The incoming Baylor freshman and national team standout received a custom Tissot watch for winning the award. Kansas junior AJ Storr was also chosen to participate in the elite level basketball camp, which hosts the top high school and collegiate players annually. The players worked to develop their on-court skills with Lillard and heard from an assortment of speakers, including Milwaukee Bucks head coach Doc Rivers. Next up, Edgecombe takes his talents to Waco, Texas, and gets ready for the Bears' 2024-25 season.
Christian Robinson's bat has come alive recently for the Armadillo Sod Poodles. Robinson's solo home run was part of a 6-homer barrage for the Sod Poodles in last night's 11-6 win over the Corpus Christi Hooks. Robinson's 2024 was off to a slow start hampered by injuries, but the Arizona prospect looks to be returning to form. He entered August with just 3 home runs but has hit 4 this month, 2 within the last week. On August 14th, he hit an 8th inning grand slam to give the Sod Poodles a 5-3 win over the San Antonio Missions. Last year, he spent time at 4 different levels of the Arizona system.
That'll do it for Our Sports. This is 10YS. Are you booking the trip to New York, WNBA Finals?
At this rate, it looks like the Liberty will be in there.
And so will we. Back to the studio.
Still ahead on our news tonight, the Church of God Bahamas names Bishop Joseph Smith as its new head bishop, plus scattered showers across the capital on this Wednesday. Greg is back with your extended weather details when our news returns.
Are you ready for the stormy season? Don't wait until the storm clouds gather. Contact the experts at Alive Business today and let us help you prepare for this hurricane season. For a limited time only, you can get 50% off our Bahamas Cloud, the ultimate solution to secure your data and communications, ensuring they're accessible even in the worst of weather conditions. Don't let the storm catch you off guard this season. Stay ahead of the game with Bahamas Cloud from Alive Business.
Grand Bahama is home to a unique economic arrangement, with that arrangement between government and the Grand Bahama Port Authority under scrutiny as tensions persist.
It's not our direct responsibility to carry out these other things that people think we should be doing.
We need this to be dealt with quicker than quicker and sooner than sooner.
I have a vision for Grand Bahama, and my vision is actually bigger than my grandfather's ever was.
Watch City in Focus, the story of Freeport with Italia Hall, starting August 7th only on RTV.
When hurricanes and emergencies strike, timely information can save lives. That's why Alive Business brings you bulk SMS messaging, your essential tool for staying informed and safe. Imagine having critical updates and safety tips delivered right to your phone, anytime and anywhere. With bulk SMS messaging, you can send real-time alerts and updates and timely notifications. When every second counts, count on Alive Business bulk SMS messaging. For more information, contact the experts. Bulk up your business and communication with parents, students, and staff in seconds with Alive Business bulk SMS messaging. This is the perfect tool to keep you connected and easily send important updates, event reminders, and emergency alerts. Keep your campus informed and connected with bulk SMS messaging from Alive Business. The right choice for fast, reliable communication. For more information, contact the experts.
My name is Trevor Williams. I've been a Live Fiber customer since March 2024. The installation process was seamless, effortless, and extremely fast. The gentlemen that came to the installation were very helpful, reliable, very knowledgeable, and the time allocated to do the installation was shorter than the time specified. Yeah, the previous provider I had, I noticed that the internet speed actually had intermittent on the services, so I was very grateful that the live
Yeah, welcome back. We are still under the influence of a surface trough, stationary really across the extreme northwest Bahamas. Lots of showers and thunderstorms associated with that boundary still affecting us. We will continue to see that trend as this boundary is going to meander for another 24 to maybe 36 hours before it gets out of here. And this is all being helped along with an upper level trough or dip in the jet stream that's hanging out across the extreme northern islands. And that will continue to spark those showers and thunderstorms across our area. The tropics, quiet at this time. Of course, Ernesto is gone. We don't have anything out there. A couple of tropical waves moving off along the tropical belt. No organization at this time, and tropical cyclone formation is not expected during the next 7 days. Future forecast showing that moisture associated with that boundary across the northwest Bahamas still hanging out there. Most of the activity, as I mentioned, will be pulling to the north, and we should see some slight clearing. But we do have some moisture coming out from the southeast. That's going to be bringing some more showers and thunderstorms across the area. That's courtesy of an upper level disturbance that should be moving into our neck of the woods. Boating forecast for the northwest Bahamas tonight through tomorrow. Caution flag still for the Atlantic waters. Winds will be out of the southeast to south, 10 to 15 knots. It will fall light and variable at times tonight. Seas running 2 to 3 feet, building up to 5 feet along Atlantic exposures in some swells. High tide is at 9:59 tonight. The low tide takes place at 4:19 in the morning. For the central and southeast Bahamas, caution flag in place for you guys as well. But winds are stiffer, east to southeast, 15 to 20 knots. Seas running 4 to 6 feet over open waters. Here's a look now at your national forecast. In the extended forecast, showers will remain in the forecast as we do have that surface boundary still hanging out. That should continue through at least Friday and into Saturday. A mid-level disturbance that will be moving into our neck of the woods. That will continue to keep us with some isolated showers for the weekend and into early next week. Temperatures will take a little bit of a break, but we should get back into the 90s once again. That's a look at our weather. Make it a great night. Stay safe, everybody.
All right, thanks so much, Greg. Well, for the first time in over a decade, the Church of God Bahamas will install a new head bishop. The current church leader, Bishop Moses Johnson, will be demitting office as national overseer and administrative bishop. In this report, our Delvado Emmanuel sits down for an exclusive interview with the man set to lead the Church of God Bahamas, Bishop Joseph Smith.
Before being selected to lead one of the largest church bodies in the country, Bishop Joseph Smith started from humble beginnings. Smith was born on March 1, 1964 in Long Island to Emily Smith and Abraham Horton. He moved to New Providence at the age of 6, where he completed his education and dedicated his life to the Lord on Christmas Sunday in 1992. He later joined Southland Church of God under Bishop Turon Stubbs at the age of 30. Smith discovered his calling in youth ministry and was appointed assistant youth pastor under the guidance of Reverend Hubert Smith. He recalls his first sermon.
So I kind of did a testimony on that Wednesday night. And then about 2 months after that, the senior pastor, he told me like 3 days before the Sunday, he said, "You're preaching on Youth Day Sunday." I mean, everything dropped in me.
His life has been centered around his Christianity. Smith also made his mark in the world of sports, both playing and coaching baseball and volleyball teams, and even serving on the Olympic Committee. He is also a Sports Hall of Fame inductee. A man of many roles, Smith reflects on a period in his life when he struggled to balance family and ministry.
If I did not have an understanding wife, because there were times when she told me I had to go and leave her with the kids. I didn't feel right doing it, but there was a call of God upon my life. I had to do that part, but there's also the call of family.
As he ascends to the position of administrative bishop, Smith reveals his primary goals are strengthening community ties, fostering inclusivity, and promoting a deeper understanding of the faith.
The goal remains the same. Holiness is the standard for the Church of God, and that will remain. But the methods and how do we do that, we have to find a way with, especially this generation, because a lot of folk, we talk about the next generation, but we don't talk about the now generation. If we don't save and salvage the now generation, there will be no next generation.
Reporting for Our News, I'm Delvado Emmanuel.
All right, thanks so much, Delvado. And of course, to see that story again, it's available now at ournews.bs. And with that, we thank you for joining us for Our News tonight on behalf of the entire team. I'm Natalia Hall. We'll see you tomorrow night. Have a great evening.